Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my recent pickups from Sezane and go through with you guys what I've decided to keep versus return. So one thing that I'm doing slightly differently in this video compared to some past Sezane videos is that I want to make sure that I can wear a certain piece in at least 3 different ways before deciding to keep it. With the pieces I've decided to keep in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 different ways that I would style it with my existing wardrobe. If you're watching this video just for a bit of inspo, I hope that it gives you a few more outfits to recreate with your wardrobe. And if you're looking to pick up one of these pieces, hopefully me styling it will give you an idea of whether it will work with your existing wardrobe. As always, if you enjoy this video, please do hit the like button below. It does very much help small content creators like myself. I want to start with what I think is the star of the show for this release, for 2021's release, and it is the Estella Dress. So I know from past Sezane orders that I really love Sezane's like fitted bodycon style dresses because they are just made out of a very stretchy and comfortable material. I'm not talking about those like clubbing bodycon dresses that sometimes shops sell. Those are like my worst nightmare. But these are really stretchy, really comfortable and not restrictive at all, which I really like. I feel like it makes me look so much better than the reality of the situation. I don't know what this dress does, but yeah, it just kind of like fits at all the right places and I'm just so happy with it. It's got this corset lace-up detail, which I think is a little bit vintage and very cute. It's quite a long length, which I personally don't find too overwhelming. This is definitely my favorite item that I'm sharing today, and it's the one that has wowed me the most in this order. Despite being really beautiful and very interesting, I do feel like this is a really great basic. It'll work really well inside a coat for the winter time if you want to layer and bundle up. It'll work really nicely for a summer night, going out for drinks or for dinner, and it is just a beauty. This is made from 72% viscose and it's actually made from their new eco viscose. I'll pop up on the screen what that means exactly, but it pretty much is that they can trace and control the processes of turning the wood pulp into the fabric. Next up is a white knit and it is called the Skirt and it is just a crossover style knit. I bought it because it felt very reminiscent of what I used to wear when I did ballet. You normally at the bar, when you're warming up, you wear some like leg warmers, crossovers, basically just get your muscles warm for the center. And this felt very reminiscent of that. So firstly, I'm keeping it away from myself because it has that mohair texture where you get a lot of these like white bits that come onto your clothing. Mohair seems to be a fabric that Sezane does like to use in a lot of their knits, which is fine by me, but this one is just a bit too extreme. Yeah, it's just a bit too high maintenance. Basically, it means you can't wear black, you know, a lot of different fabrics you can't wear, and it's just too high maintenance. The other reason why I'm not 100% convinced by this piece is that I feel like crossovers look best when you do have like an open neck, so you do have your skin showing rather than layering it on top of like a turtleneck, for example. And with this piece, I just find it a bit awkward because it is not the lightest of knit, so it is actually quite warm, but then you've got the neck showing, which stops me from wearing it in those colder days, and it just doesn't seem like a practical option. I would have loved to see them do this in a slightly thinner knit, and you can have the neckline showing in like late summer, early spring, that kind of a weather. And lastly, I also think the fit of it is not the most flattering. Something about it just feels very bunchy at the waistline. I'm making up words now, but it does bunch up a little bit at the waistline and not the most flattering. This one is beautiful, but it is going to be returned because of the couple of things that I just mentioned. Next up, we have the Richie t-shirt. And when I saw that this was made from 100% linen, it just kind of went straight into my cart. I really like this corset detail, as I said before, with the green dress. and the fact that it's made from a lovely 100% linen just sold me on the piece. I do have a few linen blend t-shirts from Uniqlo, but I do have to say, because this is 100% linen, or just because of the quality of it, it does drape and sit a lot nicer, which I would expect as well, given that it's such a premium price compared to the Uniqlo one. But it does just drape really well, look really flattering on, and it is the perfect shape for me, where it's boxy and cropped, but not too cropped. I can wear it over shorts without it looking like I don't have any shorts on, and I can tuck it in without there being too much fabric either, so it is the perfect shape. I feel like you can't go wrong with any of Sezane's linen t-shirts. I'm sure they're all lovely like this one, but I think this will be my favorite style. I also ordered the Mina t-shirt, which has a little bit more lace on it, and I also think that it's reversible. So you've got like a V-neck, on one side, which you can wear as a front or back. It is a very low V if you wear it at the front. And they've also got a higher neckline with some lace detailing on the other side. I personally just kind of prefer that corset detail compared to the lace, but this one is very feminine and lovely as well. Let's be real, these are both very expensive t-shirts, so I'm definitely not keeping both. Quality of both is just lovely, has really nice drape to it. I just think I like that one is ever so slightly boxier. And I also think that the lace is actually not the softest. So if you have skin sensitivities, I don't know if this will bother you, but the lace work is not the softest, but the t-shirt is lovely. So this one is going to go back simply because I definitely do not want to be keeping two black linen t-shirts. So next up, this is the Alicia Skirt, and it's in the Jardin Pastel colorway. And I did and ah a long time about whether I was going to keep this skirt, because I do actually have the Alicia Skirt in another color way. It's actually out right beside me right now. It basically looks like this. This is my other Alicia Skirt. They're obviously very different colors, but they are the same style, and they are both quite warm color tones. So I did think quite a while about whether I even needed this piece in my wardrobe, and I thought that I wore that skirt a lot. Considering how bold it is, I did style it in a number of different outfits. I've worn it a couple of times just in the last fortnight, which is an achievement given that I'm going out very like frequently these days. It's actually gotten really good wear, so I've decided that I will keep this skirt. For a lot of you guys in winter, spring is just around the corner, and I feel like this would be the perfect skirt for spring. One of the things about the Alicia that I really like is that it's also got this this wrap detail at the bottom of the skirt, and I find that having a slit on the leg or having a wrap skirt just makes it a bit more flattering as you're like walking. I do wear midi skirts just like a ridiculous amount. It's probably what I wear all year round, and I am very happy with this print. Styling wise, I would love this with black, with white. I would love it with like a light yellow color. I think it would be really pretty, or like a cream. And because this skirt actually has a little bit of blue on it, I do also think you can wear it with like a grey to bring out the cool tones of the skirt a little bit more. It's not all just warm colors, you do have a bit of blue in there as well. One of the things that I do find lacking in my wardrobe is like good shorts. I have basically two pairs of shorts, a white pair as well as this black pair that I just kind of repeatedly wear. So I thought a nice pair of shorts in a denim would be a nice addition to my wardrobe. And I have had denim shorts in the past, but to be honest, they're all very tight on me right now and not really something I feel comfortable wearing out. So I thought this would be a good replacement for some of the shorts that don't really fit me that well anymore. But unfortunately, I don't really like these. These are called the Romeo shorts, and I got it in the size US 2, UK 6. As always, sizing for all of the pieces will be in the description box below. These are a little bit boxy, and it's just not a fit that I appreciate in the shorts. I do think that I have a bit of a pear shape, so I'm very small on the chest, shoulders, and waist, and then hip and legs is where I'm a little bit larger proportionally. So you really emphasize that pear shape, which I don't really like. So these are just not the most flattering, to be honest. And the reason it's boxy is that the denim is really thick. So for a short that I would probably wear in the summertime, it's just not that practical. I think if your body type is not pear, then this might work okay for you, and if you don't live somewhere with hot summers, this might work well for you, but not a fan personally. Next up is the very exciting Claudio Blouse, and this is the silk version in navy. I know from following the Sezane Facebook group that a lot of ladies are huge fans of this blouse, and I definitely see why. It is such a unique take on a very classic piece. I just love this collar. I just think it's so interesting. It looks so good when you button it all up and you can kind of see all the lace detailing, and the way that it falls when you unbutton a few buttons I think is also just really flattering. If you're shaped like me, you might kind of know that a lot of collared shirts sometimes just don't sit 100% right, and this one just makes it a lot softer, a lot more feminine to wear, and a lot more flattering I find on me. There are quite a few colorways of this. I know they have it in like all the neutral colors. They also had it in this really beautiful deep green as well as like a magenta pink, which is nice. And in my last Sezane video, I actually tried this blouse in a cotton material and ended up returning it because I didn't like that the collar didn't drape down. But because this one is silk, it kind of drapes a lot nicer, which I find to be more flattering. Fabrication really does make a huge difference in some of their styles, and silk is definitely my preferred when it comes to the Chloe top. I do like the silk they've chosen to use. It doesn't feel too flimsy, which is good. And I just love the silk covered buttons as well as the neckline. It's all the details that really make this feel very, very special. I would especially recommend this top to ladies who do work in a slightly more dressy environment. So for example, an office environment. I feel like this would be the perfect piece under a suit, you know, worn with a pencil skirt, worn with black trousers. It would just be so incredibly versatile and chic. The next piece, I'm kind of doing this in like keep, return kind of thing. This is the Marty Blouse, and it is a white blouse with ruffles on the shoulder, a long sleeve, ruching on the cuff, and it's also got this lovely V shape on the chest. When it comes to a white blouse, I am very, very strict because I wear a lot of white blouses, and because I wear them a lot and I have a few of them, if it's not perfect, I probably won't wear it over what I already have. So I'm very strict with them, and I don't think this one has made the cut, unfortunately. As much as I think this V neckline is beautiful, the ruffles on the shoulder I just think are too dramatic, and it makes me feel like I've come out of a period movie. So like Bridgerton, or I don't know, Pride and Prejudice movie, but a little bit too dramatic for my liking, as beautiful as it would be like on a model. Lots of beautiful little details, and the ruching is just lovely, but too dramatic and definitely not something that I think I will reach for a lot in my wardrobe. So because of that, I am returning this one as well. This is the last piece of the video, and this is called the Claudio Blouse. So this one is made from 80% cotton, 20% silk, and it does have a very lovely feel to it, and it has like a ruching on it. It almost like looks like it's a bit stretchy because it's got that ruching all over the material. So one of the things I actually like about this top is the collar, and because it's a smaller collar design, I find it a lot more balanced on my proportions. It's just a lot more flattering than the full proper collar. Looking online, I decided that the print of this was a little bit bohemian, and I was tossing up whether I should even order it, but I gave it a try and I like it a lot, surprisingly. A couple of ways I have in mind of wearing it. Firstly, just tucked into white shorts for a very simple go-to look. I can see myself layering it underneath a slip dress, as I do with a lot of shirts, to kind of tone it down a little bit and just have like the collar and sleeves show through. The material of this is quite sheer, so if you're wearing anything other than the nude bra, I feel like you would definitely be able to see through it quite well. It is a very sheer top, and it has a very bohemian flower power 70s feel to it, which I think is very unique to my wardrobe. I don't have a lot of bohemian things. I wouldn't say my style is very bohemian. So I'm excited to kind of play around with this and style it in some different ways this year. So I'm definitely keeping quite a few pieces in this video. The top I just showed, the Alicia Skirt in this floral, the Chloe silk blouse. We've got the linen t-shirt, and then I've also got the green dress, which is still by far my favorite piece from this entire video. And then the piece I'm returning, I'm just gonna quickly show again. Definitely returning this Kerr knit, the Marty top, I'm also returning the Romeo shorts, and the Mina linen t-shirt. So I'm gonna pop these back in the box, and these will be going back to Sezane. As always, thank you guys so much for watching my videos. It really just means a lot to me, being able to do what I love and sharing it with you guys. And if you enjoy this video and are interested in fashion content, I would love to see you guys back here. I do weekly videos every single week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!